Hello and welcome. This is Ayana Lahi, and I am so very happy that you're here with me today in this week's episode of Be One, Be You. We are diving into the theme, A Man's Sacred Space. Sacred space is created through your relationship with wanting to receive. In the sacred space that you are creating, you are making it possible to open into the deeper, more invisible realm of life and yourself. Within your body is the universe. Everything is already within you. And to recognize that power is profound. We live in an age, as all of you know, where there are so many distractions. Through everything that is digital, the internet, cell phones, there is constant stimulation and the opportunity to shift your mind from one topic to another and to stay above the waters of life, to never really have to dive in unless you choose to. We can get so wrapped up in our everyday responsibilities, the ways that we make money, the ways that we choose and must be responsible to others and to our jobs, the work that we have. To create sacred space means that you must be relating to the invisible energies, forces of life that are in spirit, that are constantly flowing. Your whole body is alive. It is naturally connected into the cosmos. Your body functions from sparks of light that are moving from one cell to another. And who you are is actually created through how you respond to the energies within inside of yourself. So if you shut down to the energies within inside of yourself, those energies in motion, the emotions, your energies, the energies that you are living in because you are actually one with what's really happening in the moment, or you are semi-disconnected or totally disconnected, and you are living through your head. When you live in your head, sacred space is a void. It is just a time of checking out. Sacred space, when it is connected into the source, looks like, feels like, and intuits like your inner communication with the cosmos, with the universe, with the soul that's really within inside yourself. There is a motion to connect with the yearning inside of you that is speaking to you and pushing you to open as it pulls you to its source. Your sacred space is a personal creation. Your sacred space can happen wherever you want it to. Many of you make your car to be a sacred space. Many of you have chosen a rock or a tree. Many of you know that sitting around a fire is a sacred space. A sacred space is when you choose to disconnect from external distractions that are pulling you from the magnetic connection with your true self that is inside of yourself. You can create your own sacred space. In the simplest ways, you could gather pebbles or some rocks or seashells, acorns, and create a circle. And you sit in the circle. You can make it big enough so there's room for you to sit in it. Why am I bringing up a circle? It creates a boundary. It's a sacred space. It's for you. It's a way to connect into the idea that you create your boundaries. You create how much you're going to leave yourself and how much you're going to come into yourself. Your sacred space can be sitting and being in prayer and really communicating to God, not for what you want, but more about what you need to let go of, what you want to become more of, so that you can meet God's light, God's love. In your sacred space, you can be meeting your shadow. It can be the part of you that does not want you to thrive, grow up, take responsibility, or really show up. Your false self keeps itself in power and you disempowered. It keeps the battle going. When you're in sacred space, you're spending time really seeing what you've bought into, what you believe, and realize that perhaps there's an emptiness inside, a void that you've created, or maybe you can't feel. In this time of dropping into sacred space, you first drop from your head down into the part of your body that is not feeling, the part of your body that can be numb. You can find that part by closing your eyes and scanning your body to see what looks dark and then what looks open. Where is the light? Where is the dark? And in your sacred space, creating as a man, you are making the decision to allow the light that you are to come forth. Your masculine ray, your true masculine energies are the light that you are. Not how much you know, not how much you can make things happen or manipulate things to happen or be in control and think that is true masculine energy. It's not. The masculine energy is a directive force. It supports creation to happen. The masculine energy is always concerned with what is the good for all. Little hard to believe at times, looking out at our world. That masculine that shuts others down and takes away and uses is not connected to its sacred space. It is connected to feeding the mind that has taken over. It's like a force of consciousness that only can exist through taking and getting and using. So in your sacred space, if you choose to really want to leave behind how you manipulate and control, you'll realize that going through the pain inside of yourself while you're in this silent time with you, whether you're sitting on a beach, on a rock, you're taking a walk, you could create sacred space walking through a city and being totally one with the source within yourself and knowing that life is happening all around you. When you are in your sacred space, and how wonderful it is to create a space in your room or a room in the house or apartment that you live in that is your space to greet what is sacred, to greet the sacred itself. The point of being in sacred space is to move towards yourself and to recognize what is incomplete in yourself in order to dialogue from your heart to the heart of the matter, to create a bridge, to create completion, to create recognition, attention to you, to the real you that is truly wanting and desiring sacred connection. You must first give that sacred connection to you in the sacred space that you create. Life will move towards you magnetically as it feels your commitment to the sacred within you and the sacred in life. The infinite source of life, the ultimate love, that is God, whatever you call infinite source, God, it comes closer to you so that you recognize it's moving in your life. It's moving in your psyche, the deeper thoughts within inside of yourself. When you create sacred space, choose some symbols that mean something to you. Possibly they're flowers. Possibly they're dried rose petals. Possibly it is you fill in the blank of what means something to you. A special stone or a picture or nothing to sit there just with you. Perhaps a candle or a bunch of candles for the light. Perhaps a notebook to jot down thoughts or feelings, ideas that come to you as you open the door to you. For in your sacred space, you are opening the door to you. Sacred space is not sitting and watching television. Sacred space is where you are open and curious. And you are welcoming the higher consciousness, the higher energy, the higher force of life that wants to inspire you and wants to help you leave behind and let go of what does not work for you. How do you treat yourself? How are you taking care of you? How are you showing up? Are you being true to what you're here for? Do you know what you're here for? Are you needing to give more? Are you needing to be present more, show up more? Are you needing to eat differently? Are you needing to stop running or numbing or dumbing down yourself with alcohol, plant medicine, or drugs? The old paradigm of the masculine energy uses, and yes, abuses. So you want to pay attention to end the ways that you use others. You want to pay attention to ending how you use substances, alcohol, drugs, in order to even create sacredness. Your astral body is your emotional body. It is the sheath that is the feeling self, and it can be ultra sensitive. It can have extrasensory perception. Your astral body can see into other planes. When you call in Source directly to be your teacher and your guide, you are saying yes to the infinite Source to move you to the next step of your life. In your life, you are always being given the opportunity every single moment to awaken to the presence of your true self. Pay attention to how you shut down to you and the games that you play to be liked, to be acknowledged, approved of, respected, and in your sacred space-time, wrap yourself in a protective shield of love. Wrap yourself in a piece of cloth, a shawl, and place your hands on your heart and recognize where you're hurting inside, and to receive that hurt and to make a vow and a commitment to being there in yourself with yourself so it can emerge. always know that the you that was trained to function in the world takes on patterns and behaviors and ways of thinking that are distractions and ingredients to keep you separate and in a relationship with your false self. Find what is your heart throb. Find what really moves you. Find what inspires you. Let your own creative flow come into you as you sit in your sacred space. Just close your eyes and invite in from above your head a wide waterfall of beautiful golden and white light to flow into you. And know that this frequency of light sparks the you inside that is your heart center that wants to open. It is the channel, the portal to align the rest of you, all of your energy centers into your heart. And as you're sitting here, invite all the old energies of attachments, angers, and fears to just be flushed out and down through your legs and through your feet into the earth. Honor the feminine in the earth. Know that it has the capacity to receive you, to receive the fears and the angers and the hurts that you must release, to open to receive your sacred inspiration. As the gold white light flows through you, receive it with clear intention to honor the sacred and sacredness of how you choose to be in relationship with yourself, the light, others, and the world. You're here to make a difference. And in the time that you spend in your sacred space is crucial to support you to listen to yourself, to take that risk, to listen to the deeper voice that emerges. In this week ahead, take the time to receive that deeper voice within yourself that is ready to come forth. And take even 5 minutes to sit with yourself, walk with yourself, work out, take a hike, prepare food in the kitchen, create this sacred time to be with you and to sit with yourself, even for a few moments at night. Holding you in great love, and I thank you for joining with all of us. I'd love to invite you to check out my website at ayanalehi.com, IANALAHI.com, and check out the Deepenings mini courses, the Spirit Gateways Deepenings courses, and the Signature courses. And know that all of the Spirit Gateways 21st Century Liberation Roadmap is created to support, guide, and ignite the truth within inside of yourself, the awakened energy that's ready to come forth and be fully received and embodied in you. If you haven't already subscribed at ayanalehi.com, please do so, because every week you get in your inbox Living from Your Wild Heart, a truly wild adventure through meditation and movement and teachings to support your life journey. Holding great love for you. Until next time, this is Ayana Lehi.